Hey YouTube, this is Rat Pact. I'm John.
I'm Rose.
I'm Nikki.
And this is the grand finale. I don't even know what you can call that. The last episode of Star Wars Visions.
Star Wars Vision.
It's a 14-minute episode one. Yeah, what are you guys looking forward to? Anything you guys looking forward to? Anything you wanted to see that you haven't seen yet that you hope's coming up?
I hope that it will be spectacular. I don't know what else to expect. I hope that they really made the right one the last one.
Yeah.
Because, like, seriously, The Ninth Jedi was really good.
I think they made the right one the first one. It set the tone
that was good.
for expect anything with the duel.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm hoping this last one gives us some kind of like a hopeful outlook of more stuff like this, something like that. Something really creative.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm hoping they ordered them. Well, they wouldn't have ordered them from like worst to best, but at least, end with a bang.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm with you
The
guys.
most appropriate to end the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not necessarily the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so guys, thank you very much for being here. Guys, like your time here. Please remember to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. And check out the Patreon description if you guys want to see the other episodes that we have on the channel. Remember, check out the other shows back on the banner. We have plenty of shows going on right now. I will see you guys in the final discussion. It's going to be a little longer than usual, probably.
Akakira.
Ooh, look at that.
Ooh.
Akakiri.
It was Akakira.
All right.
Oh, so it is scratched in.
All right, so we're getting something really stylistic here.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I like the style so far.
That is creepy.
Well,
that makes me uncomfortable.
That's disturbing, but I like it. Oh, look at that.
He's like a Western.
Yeah, it's like a cowboy.
Oh dear.
Flashback to...
Not again.
It's English.
It's in English.
Oh no, they got him.
Oh!
Ouchie.
Arrows!
That's a lot of arrows.
Oh no, they run. Just in time.
Eyelashes.
Them eyelashes though.
For some reason that's gross.
Yeah, I don't know why.
The royal family has a Sith. You just said what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay then.
What? What?
We're so weak.
We're useless.
Wow. Oh gosh.
Oh, they're getting in the way. They survived this long.
Yeah.
They'll be fine. He's chasing them down.
Might want to stay with the princess.
Place of the gods.
Sounds very forcey.
Should have said 4.
They said 5.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean she should have said 4?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, you found him?
What is this that keeps happening?
Seems more than just regular flashbacks. Stop it. That's mildly annoying.
What the heck?
There are distraction. Everybody's gray now.
Yeah.
We're just waiting.
Yeah.
They chose to take in the view during a raid.
Whoa!
I like the lightsaber effect.
The king's sister.
She's so big.
Oh! Almost like he got her.
Yeah.
Oh no! I didn't notice them. What is happening?
I don't know.
Maybe he's good turning in.
Oh, that's what's happening. Written in your destiny. That's the fight?
That's one of the guards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, her! Oh, that was her.
Oh, that's what he kept doing. Wow.
It's Anakin all over again.
He's giving in.
Oh, dang it! Say psych right now.
After she saves her. Okay, good.
She's like, why is your hand on my boob? You can still switch. There's time.
Nah.
Not in this universe.
Not ending on that, is it? What?
It totally is. Wowza.
Discussion.
Discussion.
Okay. On the one hand, creativity was
Yes.
very high in this episode.
Yeah.
The birds, the landscape, the ship, the way the art moved, the way the sabers looks, the way the guards looked, the sound, very creative. Story-wise, why would you end on that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, but it's a story that it's a kind of story that you want a continuation to,
Yeah.
like a lot.
A lot of it, yeah.
Like
Yes.
even the one before, the previous episode with Bunny Girl, I enjoyed that very much as well. But that even too would have made a better ending because even though it was sad, it had a hopeful tone to it. This has no hope.
No hope.
There's no hope in this.
We have lost.
Yeah. So I don't know why it ended on that, but for the positives, yes, the sound was wonderful.
Yeah, the sound design was great. I love
The
it.
the design of the saber, the way it shimmered as it moved, looked fantastic.
Super cool.
The art, the way it looked, you could almost feel the heat because of how the characters moved and the animals had like. I don't know how to explain it. Vignette, is that it? I don't know.
Vignette.
Vignette. The way it shook as the animals moved, I love that as well. But yeah, it's a good story. I just really wish that wasn't the ending to the series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of left me down on a down note.
How do you feel about it? You
I
look.
refuse to compliment this show.
You guys should know, she invests a lot into these shows, and if you disappoint her, you will be remembered.
You will be remembered for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
We thought we were gonna get a feud to Fate, but Fate said it instead.
Yeah, the message of this episode was he couldn't fight Fate.
Yeah.
Where the thing is, he could. He did do the thing the Vision was saying, but he committed to the side. Maybe he felt like he couldn't beat her. Maybe in that little clash that they had, he felt she was right when she said, you lack technique and stuff like that. She had a whole army there. Maybe he actually couldn't do much there, but there was no inkling at the end there of what could happen. Like, he's just gone. But there are other Jedi, because the Jedi Master guy was even telling her, like, hey, you can't go. If you go, you're going to get tempted. Someone else should go.
Yeah.
So overall of the whole series then, because there's really not a whole lot to say about this episode in particular. There's not many mysteries or anything. It was very straightforward. This is what happened.
Yeah.
So as a whole, how do you feel about Star Wars Visions?
Star Wars Visions was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked seeing all the different studios' perspectives and their art styles applied to the story. It was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I some episodes more than others took what do you call it?
Creative liberties.
Creative license.
Yeah.
And took extensions, and some of them worked. A lot of them worked actually.
Yeah.
Some of them didn't work. Early on, we did see a lot of repeats and people saying similar lines between the episodes.
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
It's not something I disliked. It's just something I noticed that these guys, you could tell that a lot of this was passion projects for these guys, where they finally got to do their Star Wars thing. And for that, I don't think there was an episode I disliked. Like this episode, I didn't like as much as the other ones. I didn't dislike it. It had a lot of positives to it. But I did love a couple. The couple ones that I loved were Ninth Jedi,
Absolutely.
The Elder, The Duel, and what was the name of that episode? The very first episode. The Duel.
Ronin.
Ronin.
Which one's the duel?
I'm pretty sure it was called The Duel.
No, it's called the Ronin.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. If it's the Ronin, and also the episode that was right before this one. I don't know. Lop and Ocho.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Lop and Ocho.
That was good. Mm-hmm.
Which out of 9 episodes, loving 4.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I also really like the one where the Village Bride. That one was fun. I
It was good.
I like the art and everything. I like the concept of like these, well, not really Jedi, but like a Padawan and some other guy just kind of studying the planet and studying.
Mm-hmm.
Like you get more of the, what do you call it? Like nothing to do with any of the main series.
Yeah.
But it's just like more universe.
More
More Star Wars universe, which is pretty much everything that I liked out of the ones that I liked. Is like this is happening somewhere in the universe completely set apart from the main series.
Yeah. The ones that departed the most, I mean, obviously they were departed the most, tended to be way more creative.
Yeah, even like the Ninth Jedi, it's like in an entirely different time, like way after Jedi and Sith are like dwindling.
No, like, what an interesting concept.
Yeah.
No one knows how to make a lightsaber anymore.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But it is true, is that even though it's the weapon of the Jedi and the Sith, it's not something intrinsic to their beliefs. It's just a tool.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite set of episodes? I know
Yeah,
you like Toby.
I liked the first one.
Oh,
I
yeah.
liked the twins, and I liked the Toby one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of surprised to hear you say the twins.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, I like the twins because I liked all the Easter eggs in it, even though I didn't like pick up all of them until like after you guys were bringing it up. I was like, yeah, that did happen, and I liked the art of it. Something about like I love the like glowing giant's lightsaber move he did, and the precision of like just barely grazing her to break the crystal off her. That was fun, and I liked the artwork of Toby one. And just the because it was like the jumping off point, that Ronin one, and it was such a departure from the Star Wars. It was like a clash of Star Wars and Japan culture together, and it was really cool.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed those the best.
I think they did a good job of putting Ronin first because it really set up what you can expect from this. It's like it's Star Wars themed, Star Wars universe, but anything can happen.
Yeah, and it was good to put a serious one first, so that you know that this can go here.
Can go, yeah.
Like if they had put like Star Wars Rhapsody in the first one, I feel it would have lost a lot of people.
Yeah, because it would feel like a kid show.
Yeah, you need to show that even though everyone's going to have a different take, and there will be more child-friendly ones, this can happen. Like one that's super serious, samurai, you will get this.
Yeah.
Like, put it first. But I would have liked something a bit more hopeful for the last episode.
Yeah.
Something sweet to remember, because none of these are getting continued.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Ocho being the last one would have been good. Lop and Ocho.
Yeah, it would.
Because it's kind of the same. Like she goes dark side and off she goes, but it's more hopeful.
It kept the idea of Star Wars with this war between two ideologies without getting too dark or too light. It coasted perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it had even just 3 main characters, but it felt like a lot.
Yeah.
And it showed the other people that were cool in the background. It gave hints. But that's very Star Wars. Show some people in the background who are very interesting that you don't necessarily know a lot about, but they add flavor. I guess we should have to rank the show though, overall, because this is a series end.
D.
No.
Okay. I don't know. It's for a Star Wars, like, normie fan. I enjoyed it for like the things that I recognized were like obvious enough, and the things that were very different. It was good to see the contrast and still be able to pick it up, even though I'm not deep into Star Wars.
Yeah.
So I think it's pretty enjoyable for the masses. Not the best. Like, I'm very, very upset about this last episode. If you can't tell,
Just if you recommend it to anybody, just say watch the last one
up to episode
in
8.
the middle. If you're gonna watch the last one, watch it in the middle and then continue.
That was such a poor choice. I'm not happy. But let me think. Are we doing the letter grades? We are. Okay. So
S is the top.
not an S. I would give it a B. I would have given it an A if they had done better on the last episode. But I'm very upset.
They
So
broke
it's
her heart.
B minus.
Oh wow, you're really taking it out on them, huh?
How about you? Where do you want me to go?
I'll go. I'm like B plus, bordering on A. I'm trying to think of this not in terms of like an anime, but like a regular watcher, like Star Wars universe watcher. I would say, you know what, I would give this an A because I think it expanded on the universe well. There are some overplayed concepts, like I have a bad feeling about this kind of thing, but you only hear that like once an episode. So but yeah, I think it gets an A because it was a good series. It was a good little watch. I could recommend this to anybody. I would just say either don't watch the last episode or watch the last episode in the middle. Don't watch it first. That'll ruin you too.
I want to insert something really quick before you grade. I'll give it a solid B because I remembered I did enjoy from this last episode that I said I wasn't going to compliment. I will give it a compliment. Did you notice it went from colorful to black and white to red?
Yeah.
That was a nice storytelling element that was almost subconscious.
Yeah.
Like you don't pick it up overtly until it gets really red and you're like, oh, they were doing something there. So that was a good storytelling concept. Don't like the story, but I like the process.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, for me, I think I'd give this an A. Might be a high A, honestly. The reason being, even if you're not a Star Wars watcher, as well, especially if you're a Star Wars watcher, it never conflicted with what Star Wars is about. It
Yeah.
came close a couple times, but it never really did. And if anything, it really helped expand on the feeling of Star Wars and the creativity and the worlds. And if you just want to see something, interesting, you want something that doesn't have too many consequences and feel Star Warsy, this is the perfect show for that, you know?
Mm.
And because of all that and all the creative choices and because all these shows are not connected and you can move them around to any way you want, yeah, I have to give it an A. I'm not as concerned about the last episode, but if I was to recommend it to somebody who maybe they want to get invested into your shows, I would just say watch the last episode, maybe in the beginning, after the third episode or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, all these episodes, they really gave me that itch of I want to see more about Star Wars, but I don't necessarily want to learn it all from the movies anymore. Like I'm somebody who I think I may have told you, like I spent days just reading wikis and stuff at one point in time. I got most of my information that way, not the movies. And so for this, it's almost like the wikis of just see interesting things that can happen. And I know none of it's canon, but because of how creative it could be, I hope they get another season. But yeah, I give it an A. I could recommend it to somebody easily.
Yeah.
You know what it makes me think of? That this series is kind of good for people who love Star Wars and just want to get more. Like they've gotten all the movies, read all the books, and they're like, I want more Star Wars. And this is a nice little exploration of Star Wars, and it fulfills some people's fantasies. Like, what if there were samurai in Star Wars world, or all of these different things, experiences, robots, and what if the sisters grew up together and one goes rogue or something, So it's kind of cool to explore away from the main storyline, because we have our Star Wars storyline, and even though there are a lot of interesting characters, it's still that one storyline. So seeing all these different characters is kind of fun for someone who just loves Star Wars and wants more.
Yeah, that's what I really loved about all of these. I wish they departed a little bit more from the Sith Jedi thing. I wish they explored more, like in the first episode in Ronin, he wasn't a Jedi, but he wasn't a Sith either.
Yeah, so this series, it really actually made me appreciate the idea of stories without endings.
Yeah.
There were a lot of moments where I was frustrated, just wanted a little bit more. But the thing about stories is there is really no ending to stories.
Ever, yeah.
Even when a movie ends, like what happens to them then?
Yeah,
they got a happy ending, but like 30 years out of line, are they still married?
Yeah.
Like 40 years later, is the kingdom still together? Is there another civil war? Yeah, of course. Like, look at the real world, right? So it did make me enjoy just seeing, oh, that's nice. Moving on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Moving on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the first show that really forced you to have to be able to do that.
Yeah.
I wasn't disappointed with any of their endings, really. I like that. I can imagine what happened. I can imagine maybe she tries to find a way to bring him back, the whole story cycle, because the way Star Wars is, they'll find something. But yeah, all that is in your mind and imagination, which is what Star Wars is about. So yeah. Anything else, guys?
Other than I really like this.
Mm-hmm. I want to
Oh
get
yeah,
another season.
this was a good. If I would almost call it a what if.
Yeah,
This was a good one type of that kind of thing.
yeah.
You know?
See, I like
it was
these
well done.
way more than I liked What If.
The Marvel what if.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I think What If made a mistake of trying to make a continuity
At the
very
end, then yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, a lot of people liked it. Personally, I would have preferred if they stayed away from having continuity and just all individual universes. But I feel like they did a bit better in Dark Visions. Not a bit better. I feel like they did better.
Yeah. This was really good.
Yeah, season 2. I really hope they get it. I hope they got enough views. I think they got enough views and enough people following it. And I think it brought in a lot of new fans from what I was reading online.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. A lot of people who are anime centric, they got to see Star Wars anime, and even though a lot of it wasn't canon, it brought some interesting ideas.
Even though it's not canon, I'm still considering every single one of these canon.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, yeah, you can because it can just be somewhere
it's
out there.
A galaxy far,
In
far
some
away.
different
Farther
time
far
zone.
away.
Not time zone. Time.
Timey-wimey. Yeah.
There was another thing that I really liked was I loved seeing one show was like, oh, the Jedi have died and Sith are ruling, and the other show was like, oh, the Sith have died and the Jedi are ruling. It's like it's so cool like to see what would happen if that happened.
I like to think of them as like different points in time because, like you mentioned,
The
in
cycles.
one of them, yeah, like
It's a never-ending cycle.
Yeah, of like Sith are in charge and then Jedi are in charge and blah blah blah.
Yeah, each show is canon to itself. Like canon, the only thing that means is that it's connected to the main movie series that the people do. But they're all made up. All these stories.
Yeah.
So yeah, this absolutely has meaning, even though it's not necessarily connected to the movie franchise. But I think that's it, though, guys. Thank you very much for being here, guys. Like your time here, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more of the other shows we have. And remember, in December we will be doing Book of Boba Fett. We will be seeing you next time, React Pact. Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, bye.
Thank you to our patrons: Joker, Fernandez, David, Mohammed, and Kay.